Is Bitcoin heading for a pump after this terrible, terrible week? Well, let's get into the charts and see. Welcome back to Max Trades Crypto. Today we're going to be going over my Elliott Wave scenarios on the chart on the 4-hourly time frame. This will give you guys quite a good show of where the market is currently heading. So, on my main scenario, we are still looking at, on the 4-hourly time frame, this 3 and 4 towards the downside. Now, we have completed the 3 in a larger degree 5-wave structure, finishing with an ending diagonal. Remember, an ending diagonal works where we have a 5-wave structure up, but instead of like this as an impulse, we have a 5-wave structure where wave 4 and wave 1 overlap in price. This causes an ending diagonal. Inside an ending diagonal, we always have 3-wave structures on the chart. 3 waves, 3 waves, 3 waves, 3 waves in each sub-degree 5-wave move, right? So here we can see we have 3 waves up in wave 1, 3 waves in 2, 3 waves in 3, 4, and wave 5, all in 3 waves. Then we are now looking for a wave 4 towards the downside and a 5 up to complete this bull market cycle, right? That end or 5 ending should end around $130,000 to $160,000. But at the moment, people are starting to get very, very bearish on the chart, right? We always see these mini corrections where all of a sudden these massive, massive bulls turn very, very bearish very, very quickly. And I never can understand it, right? And people always think, oh, we're going down. Here was a very, very bearish time, right, for Bitcoin. And then once again, we have a move towards the upside. We are still in a bull market until confirmed otherwise, right? So we are at the moment looking at this WXY in the wave 4. What is a WXY? It is a corrective structure, just like a simple A, B, C towards the downside, except in a WXY, every wave is 3 waves, right? 3 waves down, 3 waves up, and 3 waves down. Instead of an ABC, where we have a 5-wave structure down, 3-wave up, and a 5-wave structure towards the downside. Now, if we look at this on the hourly time frame to break down this chart more, we can see that this is our current chart here. We have in blue a WXY down. Let me extend this chart. A WXY towards the downside in the wave W. Here we have a W down, X up, and a Y towards the downside. Now, keep in mind this WXY down could confirm the bottom of that yellow wave 4. This whole corrective structure could be finished, and we now could be seeing massive volume or increase in price towards that $130,000, $140,000 region, right? So do keep in mind. But the reason I say that the bull market is not yet over is this move towards the downside. If we are looking for a bull market to be over for now, we are looking for a 5-wave move towards the downside. This does not by any means at the moment look like 5 waves. It looks like a corrective structure. So if we look here, WXY to the downside, possibly in wave W, followed by that we should get the red wave X here that is going to form, and then followed by that the red wave Y, right? WXY finishing off that wave 4. So inside this last move, the Y that we have seen here, we can see we had the 5-wave structure in wave A, a 3-wave structure in wave B, and then a 5-wave 1, 2, 3, 4, and wave 5 in wave C, right? We can also count this as 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, and wave 5 down, right? This does indeed match out and prices don't overlap. So if we are looking at this as our main structure, we are now looking for that wave X. What are we likely to see in the wave X? We are likely to see an A B, and a wave C in the wave X, right? Let's change this to another color. Let's say orange, right? We're likely to see a ABC up in the wave X now, right? In wave A, we are looking for a 5-wave structure. In wave B, a 3-wave structure, followed by a wave C 5-wave structure again, right? This is our main scenario at the moment, and we are then looking for another ABC down in ABC in the wave Y, right? But on the wave X for targets, we are still looking at the 0.7 that is taken from the top of a wave W, or the origin of wave W, to the bottom, and the wave X tends to not touch the 70% region. That is almost like a invalidation for a wave X. Not 100% really, as wave X's can extend, but a very, very good guideline. So we can see that wave X targets around that $119,000 level. From where we are currently, this is a move around 8%, right? Possibly touching the 0.618 at $117,600. That is our main scenario at the moment. The other scenarios on the chart are becoming less and less likely. We have a move here. Let me just put this into my correct folder. We have a move towards the downside that needs a lot more volume. You can see here that if we are looking for a 112 or a 112 towards the downside, and now we are having moves towards the upside, it needs a lot more volume towards the downside and a lot more selling pressure to confirm a multi 1-2. That's the only hope for this bear market being over, but at the moment it does not look like this is occurring. The invalidation for this double 1-2 or multi 1-2 would be at $113,400, right? This would invalidate the double 1-2 currently, right? Those are our two scenarios on the chart at the moment that are worth mentioning. But now to look at the trend lines and just confirm what we are looking at currently on the chart. On the trend lines, if we go to the daily chart, we can see here that the trend lines are still holding. This one that has been on the chart for a while now has still not been touched. I do think that what happens is we come a little bit up in price, end up floating around here, come down, touch this area at about 105,000, put that one more move in towards the upside, followed by that big crash afterwards, right? Being the bull market ending, right? In this little region, we might see an alt season, somewhat of an alt season, might see ETH and Sol get quite higher prices, but Bitcoin won't move ridiculously from where we sit at 105, only looking for about a 0.5x move there, so 50% move up. But if we look on the 4-hourly time frame, we can see a falling wedge currently coming into play. It has been rejected a few times here, and a fake out to the bottom has occurred, and we are now looking for, if we break this top barrier trend line, that we move quite a bit higher, confirming our WXY scenario on the chart. Could be a very, very interesting structure to keep looking at. Then for support and resistance on the chart on the 4-hourly time frame, currently we are actually in a very interesting area. We have had this area of support but broke below it. Now we are looking at it as a structure that we are retesting, right? You can see here coming into quite a bit of resistance here. This area will act as quite a large resistance before, if we want to break above it. If we do break above it, we could retest it, being that A, B, and wave C finishing around here. These support and resistance actually line up gorgeously with our analysis. Look here quickly. Let me just show you, make this video a bit longer. We can see that the wave X should be over here. So W down, X up, and Y down. The wave X's targets sit at around that $117,000. The 0.618 sits at that $117,000. And what also sits in that area, the resistance box that sits right here, right? Really, really good confluence. What happens here is on this ABC, we could see an A wave up, breaking through this resistance again, coming down and using it as support in the B, and the wave C up, touching that 0.618 box. Very, very interesting price action and support and resistance boxes on the chart. Now, for trade possibilities on the 4-hourly time frame, we're going to look at this as our main scenario, right? We are looking at a break towards the upside, a retest of the support zone, and then coming into that area of support, of resistance, filling this wave X, right? So where can we use this to trade? Now, in general, breaking above a support zone, coming back to retest it, is a good trade option, right? Investing at this area around $110,000 after the wave A has broken through, confirming that we have broken through this resistance area, is a good area to trade, right? That would be a 1-hour trade, right? But for the 4-hourly time frame, the one that we mostly cover, I would trade off this 0.618 level at 117,653, right? If we see the 5-wave move up, the 3-wave move down, and the 5-wave move up into this area, the likelihood we are going to be resisting this move higher is very, very high. The support zone here, the 0.618, and if we look at the USDT chart, right, there's also resistance towards the downside, right? I mean support towards the downside. So we would then have this move targeting that wave A or wave Y towards the downside. The wave A, actually A, B, and wave C. So we're looking for this move here. And if you want to ride the entire thing, looking for the entire wave Y towards the downside. But guys, thank you so much for watching. Do join the Discord channel down below. The Discord channel is where I put all these daily charts for you guys to see. I'll update there about twice a day, and where our community can interact and you can put your trading ideas. So thank you so much for watching. It's been Max Trades Crypto. Enjoy your day. Cheers, guys.